Welcome and good evening. Mr. Gowell, as senior class president, it is my honor to present to you the graduating class of 2017.
Everyone, please remain standing as we pay honor to our country with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will now sing our national anthem. Please be seated.
Good evening. It is my honor to introduce the class of 2017 salutatorian Jolie Stocky. Jolie has carried an astounding 4.496 grade point average while being involved in National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Oceanography Club, and was the captain of the BHS diving team. Next fall, Jolie will be attending the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, with the intent of one day becoming a doctor. We here at BHS wish her the very best on her future aspirations. Jolie?
Good evening and welcome. I'm honored to be here today and to have been given the privilege of speaking tonight. When I first began this speech, I had no idea what to write about. Writing a speech that would apply to every single person in our class seemed not only daunting, but pretty impossible. Each of our lives and high school experiences are so vastly different that reflecting on the past 4 years of our lives, I'm sure will not be the same experience for a single one of us. However, there is one thing that applies to all of us, and that's change. The world around us, our country, our communities, our school, our family, our friends, and ourselves have all changed in the past 4 years. We've made new friends, learned new things, and created memories that will stay with us for a lifetime. The world we live in is so different from 4 years ago. When we started high school, the most popular song was Blurred Lines, and everyone was doing the Harlem Shake. Now, the trends of 2013 are forgotten, and we occupy ourselves with fidget spinners. Only 47% of American teens had smartphones when we started high school, but that number is now 75%, and smartphones are a part of everyday life for most of us. When we began high school, it wasn't even legal for two people of the same sex to be married in America, but today we stand up for what we believe in and fight for change. In our own school, significant changes have been made. The passing of the bond has changed our halls, our library, our technology, our room temperatures, and even our clocks. We have a new website, new teachers, and different administrators from when we began school at Berkley. But it hasn't just been the voters, administration, or school board who have changed the school. We have changed it. Our work, our ideas, our goals, our accomplishments, our personalities, our presence have changed Berkley High School for the past 4 years. And while we have brought about change by bringing numerous awards, titles, and accomplishments to Berkley, we have more importantly changed the lives of each other. We have left a lasting impact on our teachers, administrators, and our fellow BHS students. Our legacy is not measured in our achievements in the past 4 years, but in the ways we have changed one another's lives. While the changes we have each experienced and brought about over the past 4 years are different, we have all made Berkley High School a better place. The communities we belong to will continue to change throughout our lives, but what truly matters is the people who are in them and the changes those people make on us. Over the past 4 years, we have transformed ourselves, our friends, our families, our school, our communities, and we are on our way to changing our country and the world. Thank you and congratulations.
Please stand as the class of 2017 invites you to sing the Berkley High School alma mater. Will you please be seated? Now I am pleased to introduce our superintendent, Mr. Dennis McDavid.
Ladies and gentlemen, parents, guardians, grandparents, siblings, guests, colleagues, and graduates, it's my honor to welcome you this evening. As I begin, I want to take a moment to introduce and thank our school board for all of their hard work. Our school board sets the tone of high expectations for the whole district, and they also deliver. Our board is one of just a handful of boards out of nearly 600 school boards in the state to have earned the prestigious Standard of Excellence designation. I'd like to introduce each of them and ask them to stand. Please hold your applause until all 7 have been introduced. Our trustees are Mr. Ron Justice, Mr. Mike Tripp, Mr. Keith Logsdon. Our officers are Treasurer Mitchell Moses, Secretary Roger Blake, Vice President Cheryl Stoddard, and President Mary Jo Israel. Please join me in thanking them. I'd also like to introduce our central office team. This group of people works behind the scenes, and they are intently focused on helping our building administrators and teachers create the conditions needed for all of our children to succeed. Again, please hold your applause until all are introduced. Our team is Deputy Superintendent Larry Gallagher, Assistant Superintendent Mary Beth Fitzpatrick, Director of Schools and Human Resources Chris Sandoval, Director of Student Services Heather Lackey, and our Communications Supervisor Jessica Stilger. Please join me in thanking them. You may recall that Mrs. Fitzpatrick is ending 31 years of service to the district and our children. In a sense, she is also graduating tonight. She is leaving us to become superintendent of Royal Oak Schools. Now, I'd like to make a joke about how we'll have even greater incentive to beat Royal Oak in everything. But the truth is, we wish for Mary Beth the same things we wish for all of our graduates, which is nothing less than success and happiness. She will be a great superintendent, and she will remain an even better person. Mary Beth, thanks for all you've done for the community. I'd also like to acknowledge Principal Randy Gow and his team of administrators, teachers, counselors, secretaries, and support staff. I want to make a special mention of Mrs. Sandvit and Mrs. Danaher, our senior class sponsors. They have done their usual great job this year. In fact, I want to make sure that all of you, our community, knows that across this district, in every school and in every classroom, we have incredibly talented, dedicated, and passionate teachers, administrators, and staff. In a very real sense, they have given their lives to enrich the lives of our students, our community, and our nation. Graduates, in your 13 years with us, they have inspired you, pushed and pulled you, supported you, occasionally disciplined you, and maybe even raised their voices towards you, but they have always loved you. We are truly blessed to have such fine people throughout our district. Thanks to all of you. Now to the class of 2017. You have been a remarkable class, and as Julie said, you have changed all of us. While at Berkley High School, nearly 66% of you took at least one advanced placement class. Those are college-level classes. This is astounding when you consider that across the country, only 12% of high school graduates graduate with a single AP class. So that's fantastic. 15% of the class took rigorous vocational education classes, and over 40 of them earned certifications in everything from computer programming to auto mechanics to web design. 3 will leave tonight, will leave this spring and enter into work apprenticeship programs as they begin their lives out of Berkley High School. Nearly 30% of the class was in band, orchestra, or choir. Over 100 students participated in drama. 40% of you distinguished yourselves on the athletic fields. 90% of you have applied to at least one college to continue your studies next year. 4 of you will begin serving the country immediately as you enter the United States Air Force, Navy, Marines, or Army. In an increasingly competitive college application process, more than a quarter of the class, 27%, was accepted at Michigan State. Over 12% of the class was accepted at the University of Michigan. You and your classmates have earned over $3.8 million in scholarships, with students earning full tuition to colleges such as Wayne State, Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan, Drake University, and the University of Alabama. I know, Alabama. As an LSU grad, I honestly think, God, one year we'll get someone to LSU, but not yet. Others of you were accepted to and or will be attending Spelman College, Georgetown University, Brandeis University, Colgate University, the University of North Carolina, Emory University, and the Parsons New School of Design, to name a few. You've been a remarkable class in every sense of the word, and you've learned a lot and accomplished a great deal. I hope that over the last 13 years, in your sometimes frantic search for the right answer, we've also taught you that asking the right questions and learning to make mistakes are also critical. In their book, Art and Fear by David Boyles and Ted Orland, they tell the story of a ceramics teacher asking the right question. He asked himself how he could get his students to create better art. I imagine this teacher I imagine this teacher teaching the same lesson year after year and being frustrated by the quality of work his students were producing. So he decided to conduct an experiment. On the first day of class in a new semester, this ceramics teacher split the class down the middle, and he told those on the left that their grade was going to be solely dependent on the quantity of work they produced in the semester, and those on the right, their grade was going to be solely judged based on the quality of work. He said that on the final day of class for the left side of the room, the quantity side, he would bring in a scale and simply weigh the work of each member of the group. If they produced 50 pounds of art, they got an A. 40 pounds was a B. 30 pounds was a C, and so on. Now, I think this is a novel way to think about art, by the pound. But that's what he did. Now, to be clear, he expected them to do their best to produce art. They couldn't just put a 50-pound ceramic block on the table at the end of the year and call it art. And they couldn't just make 50 one-pound ceramic pinch pots like the kind you made in first or second grade. They had to actually try to produce art. Those on the right side, those who were supposed to produce quality, would only need to produce one piece of art the whole semester. Just one, didn't matter how much it weighed. But to get an A, that piece of art would have to be a near perfect piece of art. Now remember, the question this teacher asked was how he could help students produce better art. So just take a minute and think about which side of the room, the quantity side measured by the pound, or the quality side measured by artistic merit, at the end of the semester actually produced better art. Well, when grading time came, what he found was that the quality side of the room had thought about artistic perfection. They had studied the techniques of great ceramic artists like Beatrice Wood and Maria Martinez, and they learned about artistic theory. And they had each created one piece of art, but each piece was far from perfect. In fact, all of it was judged to be of very poor quality. Now, throughout the semester, the quantity group was busy churning out piles of art. Remember, their goal was 50 pounds. So they made art, made mistakes, and learned from those mistakes, and made better art, and then repeated the cycle. They also studied great ceramic pieces and techniques, but they didn't obsess over them as the quality side had done. They spent their time creating, actually doing. So at the end of the semester, everyone who viewed the art judged the quantity group's art as far superior to the quality group. So the teacher, who had asked the right question, which was, how do I get my students to produce better art, had his answer. That answer will be the same for you in nearly any endeavor. And that answer is to get busy doing whatever it is you want to do. Try it, make mistakes, and learn from those mistakes, and try it again. Resilience, persistence, quality, grit, all come from failing, learning, and trying again. As Mark Twain said, and this ceramics teacher learned, continuous improvement is much better than delayed perfection. So class of 2017, search for the right questions, attempt things, and make mistakes. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments. I cannot wait to see what you do next. So board members, President Israel, Principal Gal, members of the community, class of 2017, tonight we have the rare honor of awarding 2 Berkley High School diplomas to 2 gentlemen who before today had not set foot in the halls of Berkley High School in nearly 50 years. Mr. Danny Brown attended Berkley Elementary and Anderson Middle School. He then attended Berkley High School from 1966 to 1968. In 1968, he left Berkley High School to serve in the United States Air Force during the Vietnam conflict. He served our country and was honorably discharged. Similarly, Paul Carpenter attended Oxford Elementary and Anderson Middle School. He attended Berkley High School from 1968 to 1970. He left Berkley High School to serve in the United States Army during the Vietnam conflict and was also honorably discharged. Michigan Public Act 181 of 2001 and the Berkeley School District policies grant the school board the authority to award diplomas to those who left high school to honorably serve their country. Mr. Brown and Mr. Carpenter are being awarded their diplomas tonight under that authority. So please join me in congratulating the newest member of the class of 1968, Mr. Danny Brown, and the newest member of the class of 1971, Mr. Paul Carpenter.
There's
Every year, the members of the senior class have a chance to compete for the opportunity to speak at graduation, leaving the senior class, as well as family and friends, with a few parting thoughts.
This is a fun and creative way to wrap up our time here at BHS. Please welcome this year's senior speech contest winner, Gwen Drabeck.
Oh my. They say when you have stage fright, you're supposed to imagine the whole crowd naked. Anyway, good evening, fellow classmates, families, faculty, and friends. Thank you all so much for being here today. And parents and faculty, thank you so much for supporting us through the changes, our favorite and least favorite classes, the relationship drama, the growth spurts. Well, some of us have had growth spurts. Others have not. And everything else that comes along with it. We couldn't thank you guys enough. You guys are the reason why we get to be here today and walk across the stage, because the endless support you guys gave each one of us. It's crazy to think that this is our last moment all together before our lives change, whether it's college, trade school, work, taking a year off, military, wherever life takes you. It feels like just yesterday we were figuring out what the T is, learning the fight song, and being an annoying freshman. And now we're the top dogs. We're graduating and we're realizing that high school wasn't like High School Musical at all. Life at Berkley High wasn't like any other high school. When you attend Berkeley, you're not just a student, you're a family. We all look out for each other no matter what our background, gender, or race is. We may not all be super close friends, but at the end of the day, we always look out for each other. We all came together when Dominic, a boy in 9th grade, passed away. We did so many things in his memory, as in a basketball game, shirts were made, blue ribbons all over the school and the community. We didn't have to do that. We wanted to do that, because we stand together. No matter our differences, Berkeley always welcomes each other with open arms. When I first started going to Berkeley, a really nervous 3-foot-tall freshman in a whole new school, I was really nervous. Once I attended Berkeley, though, the support I got from everyone was remarkable, just treating me like everyone else. Never once did I get a rude remark for my size, and whenever I need something, I was always helped right away. I always felt comfortable going to Berkeley. So thank you so much. The energy given off at our school was always so positive. I knew that I could always get a smile or a wave in the hall if I was having a bad day, which always brightened me up. Thank you, Berkley High, for making me my second family. We were the class to experience new things. This is the first year we ever had air conditioning. Well, half the school. But next year, the whole class will be able to enjoy the air conditioning, instead of going from Hawaii to Antarctica. We were also the first to take the SAT instead of the ACT. We lost mid-winter break because we need more school days in the school year. It's a 4-day weekend, yet still, teachers like to call it a break. As a class, though, we didn't like it, but we stuck together. Next year, I will miss most of the people that go here. As we go our separate ways after today, some of us might still associate with one another, some might not. But one thing we all need to have in common is no matter where each one of us go, we will always continue to look out for each other like Berkeley has shown us. Thank you.
It is my honor to introduce the class of 2017's valedictorian, Michael Lyons. Michael carried a 4.546 grade point average while holding leadership positions in cross country, track, National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, Generation of Promise, and the Maxfield Science Symposium. He also volunteers for various causes in Detroit and at the Bird Center in Washtenaw County. Michael intends on becoming a wildlife veterinarian and will study biology at the University of Michigan. We wish him the very best next fall and in all his future endeavors.
Welcome and good evening. I am honored to stand before you today. However, since I learned I was valedictorian, the title has made me uncomfortable. Some think that having this title means I am the smartest in the class, or that I worked the hardest in high school. I do not agree with this. I am up here today, partly because of my own strengths, but mostly because of the privileges I've had. I was able to devote most of my efforts to school because I didn't have to get a job or have younger siblings to take care of like many others do. Class ranking is not a true measure of how smart people are, nor how hard people work. We all have different backgrounds, stories, and struggles that shape who we are and have shaped our experiences in the past 4 years. Our GPAs are so heavily influenced by these differences, yet we are ranked as if we are on an equal playing field. So, this title means less than many of us think. I don't think I am especially equipped to give this speech or have anything more insightful to say than anyone else graduating today. I believe that all of us are deserving of speaking at our graduation because we have all learned and matured in the past 4 years. Yet, I am the one that is standing before you, so I'll try to make this worthwhile. The reason we tend to ignore the ways that our backgrounds and privileges shape us is that our culture emphasizes the individual. There is a myth in our society that tells us our accomplishments and our failures are due solely to our own individual traits and not any outside forces. We are commended for working hard, as we should be, but we should also recognize that external influences affect us. The people around us, the stories we are told, our experiences, and our cultures have made us who we are today. These aspects of our lives guide us, and in one way or another, have led us to take advantage of the opportunity to get an education. To honor the people who have led me here, I'd like to share the story of my grandparents. I hope that their story can help show how valuable the education we have gotten is, and can highlight some of the privileges we have. My grandparents were born in a small farming village in Ecuador. They enjoyed school, even though they were teased for being poor, but after just a few years in elementary school, they were forced to choose between working to help feed their families and school. They chose food. Until talking with some friends earlier this year, I assumed that most grandparents told their grandchildren to stay in school in every conversation from elementary school and beyond. I was aware that this advice was especially meaningful to my grandparents, as they would tell me that their biggest regret was having to leave school. This repeated refrain taught me to value education. All of us have people that instilled this value in us, because without them, we would not be here. Maybe they were not as direct as my grandpa was, and my grandma is, or maybe they were. But in either case, they have influenced you and deserve to be thanked. My grandma is here today and only speaks Spanish, and I would like to thank her now. Gracias, Mami Dina, por todos sus consejos y su apoyo. My grandpa worked hard all his life, and my grandma still works hard. They had to devote their energy and time into working in the fields instead of learning math, as my grandpa would have liked. Like my grandparents, many people in the world, and probably more than a few of us graduating today, are prevented from getting an education or are prevented in taking full advantage of the opportunity. The ability to do so is a privilege. The education we got in the past 4 years is valuable. Wherever you end up, remember that you took advantage of a great opportunity. I hope we all continue learning and recognizing the privileges we have so we can try to extend those privileges to others in our own communities and around the world. Thank you.
they the last two? Okay, we're good. Welcome, everyone. Superintendent McDavid, President Israel, members of the Board of Education, faculty and staff, friends and relatives, and most importantly, members of the class of 2017, it is my privilege to address you at these commencement exercises this evening. Now I'm going to tell you a story. A few of you already know it, as some of us actually heard it for the first time together a few years ago. And even though it is a story that has been retold a time or two, it does not diminish in the retelling, which is the nice thing about a good story. It actually gets better, stronger with each telling, and resonates even more so than it did when first you heard it. And I hope that it will resonate with you in the years yet to come. This story is about the 16th century astronomer Tycho Brahe. Brahe was one of the few of his time who thought perhaps the heavens, that vast unknown circling around above him, deserved more exploration and explanation than just the simple acceptance of belief. In fact, he sought answers to questions that in his time neither he nor anyone else really knew quite how to ask. But to begin to understand some of the mysteries he suspected of the universe, Brahe needed a place and a person to fund his inquiries, and so he appealed to the King of Denmark for support. And much to his surprise, the wise king set him up with his own observatory on a remote island, where for many years he painstakingly chronicled the movements of the heavens. Every night at dusk, on nights not unlike tonight, he patiently awaited the setting of the sun, the clearing of the skies, and for the moon, the stars, and the planets to once again begin their ancient dance across the sky. He used nothing more than the naked eye, as a telescope had yet to be invented, and night after sleepless night, for 25 years, he took careful note of the skies above. And then, unbeknownst to Brahe, the wise king died and a much less wise king took his place. This new king wondered what the crazy astronomer was doing out on his island and sent auditors to find out what his money was being spent on. They arrived one day, they woke Brahe up, as astronomers tend to sleep during the daytime, and they demanded of him, "Where has the king's money been going?" And Brahe told them. He said, "I've completed 89 books that charted all of the movements of the heavens." And the auditors looked at the books, they looked at each other, they looked back at Brahe, and they said, "So what? What have you really achieved?" And Brahe answered, honestly, "I don't know. But if I live long enough, I hope to complete 100 books." Exasperated, the auditors then asked him what use all his books were. And Brahe was forced to confess that he did not yet know the mysteries of this universe that he had set out to find. But he said that he had hope. Hope that someday after he was gone, someone would not need to spend 25 years in the middle of a cold northern sea watching the sky. Hope that those that came after him could stand upon his shoulders and use the work that he had done to find meaning in the heavens that he himself had not yet been able to find. And though he couldn't know it at the time, he was right. Right in ways that he couldn't have dreamed possible. For like many of his time, Brahe believed the earth to be the center of the universe and the planets and the stars to revolve around it. And yet this was soon to be proven untrue. Proven untrue using Brahe's books. It was his work that changed how we came to understand our universe and our place within it, how we still understand it, but ironically not how he did. Yet it was because he asked the right questions with no idea what the answers might be that we do. And so despite what we might have taught you these last 12 or so years of schooling, it's not always about answers. Or at least those answers may not always be something that you can find in a book or be told by a teacher. And that's okay. Sometimes it's the asking of the question that's the important part, the part that really matters. Brahe never had an answer in his lifetime to the central question of his work, and yet the questions that he asked gave answers to those that came after him and created a universe for people he never knew or could possibly imagine. And nevertheless, he persisted. And the things he did changed the universe for each of us, whether we know it or not. And his work resonates to this day. And so, like the auditors who went to confront him, I say to you, so what? And like Brahe, I answer honestly, I don't know. But what I do know is that you must try. That although you may not remake the heavens, there are a great many things yet unknown. Big things and little things. Questions to be asked and problems to be solved that may yet change both how we hear and those who come after us know the world. And it may yet be you that show them to us. And so I expect from you, all of you, the persistence of Brahe as you set out upon the many journeys that you will begin tonight. And even though it is that life sometimes goes places we can't possibly imagine, never imagine anything but great things for this life that you will have. And always imagine Brahe watching the sky. Thank you. Mr. McDavid, members of the Board of Education, tonight I can certify that all of these wonderful kids have met and exceeded the requirements set forth to graduate. And so class of 2017, the very last Berkley High School class to be born in the 20th century, I am honored and privileged to call you graduates of Berkley High School.
Try not to.
Don't trip.
There's about 5 kids walking by. Oh, yeah, I need to see them.
Good. Dana Glenn McDowell. Elena Faith Shoutshi Adams. Roselle Mary Abuna. Henry Clarence Adams. Miriam Laith Adele. Syed Hussein Ali. Paige Mackenzie Allen. Nooraldeen Al-Mahami. Cameron Ann Archambault. Linnell Sylvester Armour. Amelia Josephine Armstrong. Kayla Chanel Askin. David Allen Baker. Catherine Jane Barron. Morgan Bailey Barrows. Maya Noel Batchelder. Griffin Ronald Batchelder. Louis Vincent Bobian. Emily Jeanette Beauchamp. Jenna Marie Beck. Cameron Marie Belcher. Autumn Grace Bennett. Lauren Judith Bennett. Ramaya Ashley Bentley Wrench. Aiden Maxwell Bergsman. Megan Ray Burkle. Ian Lewis Berlin. Joseph Matthew Berlin. Ethan Daniel Bishop. You ready? Zoe Lynn Blake. Jody Michael Bach. Armin Edward Boisvenu IV. Francesca Elizabeth Bonello. Andrew Jacob Bourgeois. Ashley Marie Boyd. Kiara Nicole Bridgeforth. Chauncey Juan Bridgewater. Jennifer Victoria Brombach. Antonio Juan Brown. Elizabeth Ann Burnett. Jason Huato Burnside. Jacqueline Elizabeth Burt. Bailey Jean Butash. Javis Douglas Calloway. Jana Storm Carden. Jacob Solomon Cardwell. Sebastian Francis Carlesso. Rachel Lindsay Karnofsky. Josiah Alexander Cito. Breejan Charlotte Chandler. Blake Anthony Chapman. Travis Michael Chase. Jonathan Aaron Ufit Scher. Nicholas Lee Chung. Lauren Erica Christensen. Colby Lauren Christopher. Jordan Cobb. Jessica Anna Cohen. Adam Isaac Cohn. Carolyn Elise Cohn. Lily Elizabeth Coker. Adina Beth Collins. Danielle Felice Cantor. Katie Lynn Cross. Andrew Jacob Zapp. Sarah Renee Davis. Ronnie Edward Dawson. Nicholas Michael Desheen. Carson Patrick Deeds. McCoya Simone Denham. Matthew Gordon Dex. Haley Elizabeth Denis. Joseph Horace Dong Dobson. Kirsten Ann Donnelly. Catherine Carlson Dopke. Talia Bessie Dovas. Gwyneth Camille Drabeck. Jeremy Donald Dupuy. Indira Francesca Edwards. Yaal Leah Eichhorn. Samantha Paige Elkus. Julan Mania Elliott. Andrew David Enerson. Jordan Alexander Farr. Emily Sky Finley. Mark Benito Fiorini. Justin Tyler Flood. Jacob Samuel Folsom. Isaiah Lamont Fondren. Michael Dalton Francis. Kevin Herschel Friedman. Isabel Renee Fry. Destiny Himni Fuller. Sean Catherine Gabriel. Fabio Gabriella. Talia Rose Gadd. Ophir Gall. Ava Camille Gowell. David William Girth. Ephraim Jamal Gibson. Clayton Hayes Gilbert. Benjamin Healy Glass. Sarah Catherine Gold. Miles Toussaint Grayson. Gabriel Solomon Greaves. Emma Yarden Green. Tank Ray Alexandria T. Green. Alexa Nicole Greer. Zachary Asher Gregorich. Roman Dmitry Grishin. Connor James Grobel. Zoe Sophia Guerra. Nadine Marie Guzzi. Jordan Arkan Allen Halo. Casey Brooklyn Hollis. Cara Nicole Hall. Mark Alexander Hall. Symphonia Gorgia Hollick. Jesse Damath Handelsman. Justin Sterling Harlan. Shemaya Nadeja Harris. Jenna Michelle Hart. Sarah Ashley Hart. Michaela Caitlin Hay. Grace Elizabeth Herman. Zachary Thomas Haru. Ross William Heron II. Jordan Grace Herskovitz. Noah Samuel Hessenthaler. Simon Frederick Hesterman. Maya Samantha Hicks. Colin Michael Hill. Jaslyn Alicia Hill. Christina Catherine Hotaki. Alexander Edward Hodges. Shane Patrick Hogan. Jacob Edward Hook. Jonathan Sebastian Hoover. Michael Renard Horner. Anna Grace Host. Langston Jordan Howley. Emily Ann House. How are you? Delaney Jane Hudson. Floyd Walter Hudson. Callie Monique Hutchison. Amir Carlton William Irizarry. Todd Allen Brady Johansson. Marley Ann Jonah. Gabriel Thomas Jones. Owen Steve Josephowicz. Kevin James Jervis. Contessa Chris Kajal. Catherine Elizabeth Kaminsky. Noah Chase Keebaugh. Kara Joy Keith. Aiden Patrick Kelly. Madison Margaret Kendrick. Lily Marlene Kepler. Mathen Denzel Kerr. Kyle Robert Kirkwood. Annie Rachel Klunk. Sydney Noel Nisley. Sydney Crana Knoll. Victor Groden Knudsen. Rebecca Diane Kokotovich. Samuel Henry Koritz. Ian Mark Cossack. Madeline Grace Coster. Maya Patricia Kuby. Jordan Marie Lackey. Raphael Christopher LeMay. Lauren Ashley Landrum. Grant Austin Laramie. Amber Brianna Lash. Jack Evan Lefkowitz. Zoe Lynn Lefkowitz. David Joseph Leibowitz. Samantha Petra Leone. Tough act to follow, dude. Drew Robert Leishman. Joseph Sebastian Leverett. Jacob Andrew Lichman. Joshua David Lichman. Hunter Cornelius Elizabeth. Spencer Harrison Elizabeth. Chloe Brianne Lister. Caprice Sierra Simone Luckett. John William Lurie. Jason Anthony Lyles. Michael Adam Lyons. Alan Stewart Domingo McCaspek. Clarissa Kareem Matanos. Alexander Owen Maurer. Margaret Elizabeth McBride. Simon Eric McCaffrey. Gabrielle Cameron McDonald. Savannah Rose McDonald. Emily Anna McGuckin. Catherine Capps McIntyre. Rory John McKelvey. Zachary Walker McLean. Darby Marie Mead. Connor Patrick Maher. Megan Marie Mendoza. Michael Christopher Mercier. Connor Jacob Michelson. Brittany Janae Mickey. Dylan Jace Milton. Taylor Jasmine Mitchell. McKenna Xiaolan Morse. Ming Morse. Joshua James Morton. Alexandra Danae Mosley. Emily Ann Mensch. Grace Elizabeth Mulcahy. Lauren Faith Murray. Samuel Alexander Myers. Olivia Estelle Nave. Gabrielle Anwar Nelson. Nina Noker. Rebecca Leah Novak. Cameron Michael Osler. Nina Christine Palazzolo. Happy Patience Parker. Justin Dior Parks Watkins. Ernest Bryson Payne. Kelson Ronald Perez. Natalie Elizabeth Purdy. Maximilian Radman. Brendan David Canada Radke. Emily Elizabeth Rammel. Graham Alexander Rathburn. Kevin Douglas Rozenka. Kaylin Elizabeth Reeby. Caitlin Jean Marie Ringe. Taylor Alyssa Roasa. Michaela Ann Roberts. Henry Russell Robertson. Quinn Patrick Ryan. Suad Hassanein Salih. Enolia Salmo. Kyle Nathaniel Samuels. Joshua Daniel Sanders. Cullen Joseph Sanner. Mason Joshua Sanum. Christian Gonzalo Santiago. Madison Savage. Riley Elizabeth Sawicki. Zachary Winston Schwartz. Joshua Burt Siegel. Calvin Paul Saruga. Sydney Luann Grace Sewell. Catherine Mary Shaughnessy. Bella Rose Sherman. Anne Mae Silver. Sophia Isabel Silverman. Lauren Jean Randell Simmons. Brendan Timothy Smith. Isabella Marie Smith. Michael Heron Smith. Michelle Marie Smith. Tyler James Smith. Zachary Bridger Smith. Alexandra Evelyn Spurl. Hunter Alexa Steingold. Danielle Paige Steineck. Jonah Rosen Stern. Jayla Catherine Morell Stewart. Grace Carolyn Stewart. Taylor Latrice Stewart. Jolie Anna Stocky. Kennedy Alexis Taylor. Kyle Dante Taylor. Jada Amina Tellis. Aaron Stewart Thoreau. Olivia Jelaine Thomas. Harris Monet Thomas. Donald Jermaine Thurman. Maureen DeLynn Ty. Marky Eileen Tisler. Amanda Grace Tepp. Nolan Ryan Tollefson. Jacob Kevin Tomlinson. Samuel John Tomlinson. Blair Christian Totsky. Jack Robert Totsky. Kevin William Trout. Mallory Beatrice Tucker. Emily Therese Turner. Andrew Jeffrey Van Deen. Jordan Alexis Vanek. Teresa Nicole Van Slambrook. Lakita Paris Visi. Benjamin Charles Vincent. Joshua Paul Warner. Callie Paige Weed. Riley Jane Weed. Cassidy Michelle Weeks. Cortland Brooke Weinbaum. Brittany Shelby White. Alexis Sierra Wilkerson. Abby Lynn Williams. Charlie Victoria Williams. Thomas Patrick Walensky. Don't hurt yourself. Jane Elizabeth Wugeman. Alexander John Robleski. Danielle Elizabeth Rubel. Talia Mazal Yari. Adam Perry Yaker. Elise Michelle Yankel. Isis Mary York. Evan Nathaniel Zolman. Let's treasure this moment. You better not trip. Hannah Jane Zonder.
What a great class. Am I right? Parents and guests, please remain seated until the graduates have exited the pavilion. Class of 2017, please stand. Please move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, fellow alumni of Berkley High School. We did it! Yay!